Yo, it's time to get busy. This ain't practice. Welcome to the show, everybody.
How's everybody doing?
Man, I'm living the dream, man. I am your unqualified host of the show, and Ashad, and then we have a qualified host of the show, Chris.
Hey.
So, man, it's good to see you, man. I couldn't let you rep the Eagles without me, repping my boys. So,
I mean, they got one win, right? So you got to represent them.
Stop that, bro. We're rolling, man. We won the last 2 out of 3 games. What are you talking about?
That's right. You did. You beat the Raggedy Bears. I forgot about that.
and we beat the Raggedy Panthers, man.
Yep, you're right. 2 expansion teams. You're right.
Wow.
No,
the Bears are an expansion team? Wow.
Not really, but
yo, so this is not really doable. So I'm not gonna keep this on for very long because I'm high.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't have put this on in the first place. But
yeah, you're just a hater, bro.
I know,
a hater, man. You're a hater. So hey, man, let's get this thing kicked off, man. It's Thursday, 6:30. We got the Thursday night game coming on at 7:15, right?
Yeah, that's Jacksonville and the Saints.
Okay, cool. We'll get to that. We'll get to that, man. So go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and kick us off, man?
So NBA season is kicking off next Tuesday. So we're going to do a season preview.
Let's get it.
So we're going to start talking about with James Harden. What do you think? What do you think about Harden, man, with the nonsense going on? So basically, he has left the Sixers practice training facility. Sound like he flew back to Houston, so he's down in H-Town. He's not even with the team. Reports that I read yesterday is it looks like he's going to be fined $360,000 a day.
Are you serious?
Or a game check? Yeah. So he was supposed to. He had told the front office, Daryl Morey and Nick Nurse, the head coach, that he was going to practice this week and then play in the final preseason game this Friday. But he bounced. He's not in Philly right now. So
wow, where is he?
Huh?
You said he's not in Philly right now?
No, he's in Houston.
He's in H-Town?
That's where his kind of his home away from home is. That's where he resides at. He spent all those years with the Rockets. So
right.
Houston he's made that kind of his pseudo home. So
oh man, so he's kicking it at what is it? V Live?
All over the place. V Live, you name it.
Vic, he loves the strip clubs.
Papados, he's hitting up all the spots.
All the spots. Oh
right.
God. Now he's upset because he said what was the owner lied to him?
The general manager. So basically he opted back into his contract. It was a 1-year deal at I think 35 million. And with the expectation that they were going to trade him to the Clippers. Well, the Clippers and the Sixers, they haven't been able to come to an agreement on the terms, the draft picks and the players. The Sixers want Terrence Mann, one of the young players.
What up, Shell?
On the Clippers roster, and they want 2 first-round picks. It sounds like the Clippers are willing to give the first-round picks, but they're not willing to give up Terrence Mann. He's a young cat. James Harden's 34 years old.
He's old, and he's not the same James Harden that he was.
Exactly. You saw last year when he was trying to get to the basket, man, that explosiveness, it wasn't there. He's doing the 88 dribbles that he does, and then that 40-foot 3-point shot.
And nobody's falling for it because he doesn't have the quickness anymore.
Doesn't happen anymore. So, he did. I think he led the league in assists last year.
Okay.
So he kind of modified his game a little bit. But the Clippers are looking at it from the vantage point of he only wants to come here. We're the only team that's negotiating with you guys. Why are we going to give you everything that you're asking for? And he's 34 years old on the last year of a contract.
Right.
So I think the Sixers, they need to lower their expectation, come to terms with, take those first round picks, get some of those fill-in players to match the salary and move on, because you saw the writing on the wall with this back in the preseason. James Harden, he pushed his way out of Houston. Pushed his way out of Brooklyn to go to the Sixers. Like, he wasn't going to go there and cooperate. That wasn't going to happen. So, like, why even bring that type of energy to the training camp? You got Joel Embiid. He doesn't have too many years left in his prime.
No, he doesn't.
Coming off of MVP, he's been injury prone. Like, I don't know, a year or two, man, he might be on the back end of his prime, headed towards the latter stages of his career, and then he might ask for a trade. I wouldn't be surprised if he asked for a trade, a year from now. So
yeah, because at this point, he's done everything he needed to do in his career except for win the championship, and he worked hard for that MVP. He worked hard for that MVP.
He did. And he was campaigning for himself. So he was working hard on and off the court for that MVP.
Right. So it's kind of like, I feel bad for Embiid because, he had to deal with what's the guy who
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, he had to deal with Ben Simmons freezing up and, basically just he's mentally out of it. I mean, it's almost like he had shell shock after that playoff where he couldn't hit a shot. And so he hasn't played real ball in 2 or 3 years, something like that.
Yeah, man, he'll play like 10 games and then his back hurts. Then I know he said he was dealing with the mental health issues.
Yeah.
So you can't take that for granted. You know what I mean? You have to take that stuff serious. So
absolutely.
Now he's in a good frame of mind. He actually has been hooping in the preseason. So
I've seen some highlights.
Yeah.
I've seen some highlights. I feel bad for him because it's kind of like he's doing everything that he can to get that every elusive championship. And it's just things seem to fall apart around him. And I just feel bad for him. And the thing about it is that Harden, he's upset at the GM, but what about everybody else around him?
Exactly.
I mean, you're on the team, and I was watching First Take. I think it was First Take. Might have been another show, but they were talking about that. It's like, okay, yeah, well, this one person, you think may have lied to you, but what about everybody else around you? So and it's just a bad look to now. This is the third team in what 3 years.
3-4 years is the third team.
That he's tried to force his way out of, and like I said, the Clippers are the ones. Like you said, the Clippers are the ones willing to negotiate. Mm-hmm. And it's just kind of like, well, we don't want those problems, like you have to lower the price because
And the thing about it too is average, working folks like yourself and me and 99% of people in the country, that we can't resonate with somebody that's making $30 million in a year, right? So we all got to deal with stuff, at work we may not like, but we still got to show up and perform. So it's like this cat's getting $30 million, $35 million, and he don't want to come to work and do his job. That that's just not going to sit right.
No, that's not going to sit right at all, man. Because you bad at your boss. Get out of here with that mess.
Yeah,
you try that. You bad at your boss. You're out of there.
You'll be on LinkedIn looking for some place to work.
Big facts. And news travels fast. You know what I'm saying? In certain industries, and so if you have a problem child on your head, you know what I mean. And it's just kind of like, who's gonna want to deal with that? So, good luck, Harden. I mean, I think he's still an all-star caliber type player,
right?
But he's on the back end of his career.
And we've seen it before with sports too, with athletes, like even the great ones or the elite ones. The teams will put up with more of the shenanigans, the greater you are. But as your career starts to wind down, and when you're not playing at a 10, you're playing at a 7, and then a 8, 7, and you're going down to a 6. Those are less things that they're willing to put up with. They'll get you out of here. We saw remember Antonio Brown with the Steelers. I mean? At the top of the charts, but
but by the time, exactly, man. I'm hot, Jig. I gotta take this shit off.
I told you.
Hold up, man. Hold up, bro. Look.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Yo.
I don't know that that's much better, but okay.
Better, man. Look at that. Look at that boy. Hey, got the snapback. Yes.
Man, so we can kind of segue. We're talking about the Sixers and with Harden and Embiid, and I don't know that the Sixers have done anything to make themselves better, but the Milwaukee Bucks have, trading for Damian Lillard. So what do you think of that?
Ooh, man, let's talk about that. Also, folks are watching live. It's a live stream. So go ahead, feel free to put in your comments, and we will address those. And go ahead and put your opinions in there and all that good stuff, man. We can kind of interact back and forth and have a conversation.
Please.
Damian Lillard to the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Cheat code.
You remember I sent you the screenshot and you were like, "What? I thought he was going to Miami." And Milwaukee came in and the cloak of darkness, man, and made the move.
He made the move. And then who was the old boy from Miami? Emo.
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler said that they were tampering.
That's the crazy part about that was, but he didn't have no issues when it was known that Miami wanted him and he wanted to go to Miami. But now that he's going to Milwaukee, now there's tampering going on.
Come on, tampering. Come on, man, get out of here with that mess. Yo, Dame Lillard is a cheat code, and he's not a problem. Yeah. Like James Harden.
Oh no, he's a consummate professional. You know he's gonna come in every day. He's gonna play. He's going to ball out. He has no problem taking the last shot, make it, miss it, whatever. And I think he knows this is Giannis's team.
Yep.
So, he's not coming in trying to be the man. I think he's just coming in trying to add, kind of lessen that load because they did trade Drew Holiday.
What up, Sergio? Let's go.
Sergio. But yeah, they did trade Drew Holiday in that trade. So that weakened their defense because Drew Holiday, he's an all NBA caliber defensive player. Dame Lillard's not necessarily known for his, his defensive prowess, but we know Dame Lillard's a better overall player. You know what I mean? You're talking a top 10 player in the league. So I think they upgraded, man. I really do.
I think they did too. And I was going to ask you what you thought about what you thought about their depth, and you kind of hit on that. I think that because when you start to go deep into the playoffs, you really have to lock down a defense. Now you can get to the regular season, as long as everybody stays healthy, and you're firing at all cylinders, just playing and kind of lackadaisical defense. But once you get into the playoffs, second or they have to call it the second half of the season or whatever, that's when you got to start to lock down. So
you do, and then the thing is, sometimes in the playoffs the game slows down a little bit. You don't necessarily see, in the regular season, you can see a 120 to 115 score, those high scores. They tend to slow down in the playoffs. You see a lot more like half court offensive sets, half court, where you're playing more on the half court. You're not getting as many fast break points that you would normally see in the regular season. So that's when, you'll see those holes in the defense.
Yeah.
They'll start to get exposed more. So I think they can work. I mean, Dame is an adequate defender. It's not like he's just trash.
Right. He's not Harden. Again, we keep going back to Harden, but no, he's not Harden when it comes.
No. He ain't James Harden. And then Milwaukee's got Giannis is long and athletic, and you got Bobby Portis, you got Brook Lopez. So they've got some capable front line guys. So say if Dame's guy is beating him and getting to the paint, they've got some guys that can step up and contest shots. So I think you might see, but like I said, I don't think Dame's going to be a liability. He's just not. He's not Drew Holiday on the defensive side. Right.
I agree. Sergio says trash man. I think he's talking about Harden.
Yeah.
I think he's talking about Harden. Yeah, because he's not trash, but he's definitely on a decline. I agree. I'm going to say this. I don't want to say this, but I think, and there's no hate against Giannis. I just really love LeBron. I think he's a great player. I just want to say he's the best in the league, but he's older now, right? He's 38.
Yeah.
He's no longer the best. I think he's like number 9. He's voted number 9 out of the 10 top players in the league right now.
Yeah.
Giannis to me, now you tell me what you think. Giannis is the best player in the league overall.
I think it's Giannis or the Joker.
Yeah. Joker's right there. Joker's number 2 or 3.
Joker's game just doesn't look like, it doesn't look tight. He's not super athletic.
Right.
It looks kind of awkward, that jump shot.
I hate the way.
I know you hate it. You hate his jump shot.
I hate him, man.
But man, he passes the ball like a point guard does. His passes. Dude is cerebral as can be. He's court vision, just everything. So, I think Giannis. I would give Giannis the edge just because he's a better defensive player.
Yeah. He's a better defensive player, athleticism.
Yeah.
But with Dame playing with arguably the best player in the league, and the team they got around him, Middleton, he's still there, right?
He's still there. Yeah.
Yep. So I mean, dude, they could. I'm telling you, Dave's a cheat code, man. It's gonna be a problem. I can't wait to use them on you in 2K. 2K24 is coming up, and we
Yeah,
didn't play at all last year.
we did not.
So you owe me, man. You owe me.
I
And
do.
I owe you some A whoopings. So
I'm ready. I'm ready. We're gonna link up and do that.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
So let me ask you this: what do you think
up?
about the? So when Drew Holiday got traded, he was part of that. It's kind of a 3-team deal. He went out to Portland, but they ended up trading him to Boston. So Drew Holiday now he's
right.
Yeah, he's a starting point guard in Boston. I think remember Boston lost. They traded Marcus Smart. He's down there in Memphis, and they got that was a 3-team deal. And they ended up getting Kristaps Porzingis. So like they got taller on the inside of Porzingis, and they added Drew Holiday. So I think Boston is tough, man.
Yeah. There are Boston. They were going to be in the mix anyway.
Yeah,
but yeah, they. I think they've added some depth to their roster. They're going to be, they're going to be a problem in the East, along with the Bucks. And I don't know. Are we doing predictions yet? We're not doing predictions yet, right?
No, we'll save those.
we're going to save
for
those.
the end. Yeah, we'll save those for the end.
But those two are going to be a problem with each other. I hope they have. I hope they have them on Christmas Day. Is the schedule out yet? Yeah, it's out.
Yeah, it's out.
Who plays Christmas?
Which day?
I want to know who plays Christmas Day.
There's probably going to be about 5 or 6 teams that play on Christmas Day. We can.
Yeah, I would love to see Boston and the Bucks.
We can pull that up real quick.
Kobe said that's one of his favorite parts of Christmas is the NBA games.
Oh, the game, yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so yeah, Boston's gonna be problem. Yeah, I was today years old when I learned that Drew Holiday was over there. See, I'm not qualified for this show, but I appreciate that you have me on, man.
All right, so Christmas Day, we got the Bucks are in New York playing the Knicks, and then Golden State's at Denver. So Denver being the NBA champion, they got a home game on Christmas Day. Celtics are in LA, man, La La Land playing the Lakers.
Okay, that's gonna be fun.
And then the Sixers is going down to Miami. And then the last game is the Mavericks out there in Phoenix playing the Suns. So
all good games, man.
All good games. All good games. And this kind of, I'm glad we looked at that, especially talking about the Suns. So now you got Bradley Beal. Remember, he got traded from Washington. He's out there in Phoenix. So they got a 3-headed monster with KD, Booker, and now you got Bradley Beal out there.
That's just unfair, man. You can't double team those guys. You can't double team anybody.
No.
So and dude, these guys, man, their jump shots are wet.
And then here's the other kicker. I heard this earlier from a beat writer for the Suns. They're going to start trying to work Devin Booker more, like running the point. Being the facilitator, playmaker. Because you figure, man, you got KD and Bradley Beal coming off screens and curls and pin downs and stuff like that, and Booker, man, being a facilitator. Kind of how like Harden ended up being, moving from that shooting guard over to that point guard role. But I think Booker will be a better decision maker, and he plays better defense than Harden did. Obviously at any point in his career. But that team's going to be tough. The only thing with them is just the lack of depth. Because when you're giving 3 guys, max contracts like that, you don't have very much salary cap. You're filling in the rest of your roster with $1 million, $2 million players, things like there's a couple more that are making more than that, but the crux, the majority of that team is low salary players. So
right. That's gonna be tough. I mean, it is a team sport, so we'll see. When you have a team like that with those type of players, you don't go far in the playoffs. You make it. You know what I mean? Regular season, like I said, it's it's kind of run and gun. But
and then you got Chris Paul with Golden State.
That's a joke.
Yeah, I don't even understand. Like, is he going to be the 6th man, or are you going to play Chris Paul and Curry in the backcourt? Man, that is a small point guard, shooting guard. Because if you look at it, what I read they were talking about doing was Chris Paul, Curry, Klay Thompson, and Wiggins, and then Draymond Green being the center. Like, that's a small.
That's a 5?
Yeah.
Oh nah, man, that's not gonna work.
I don't know how
knows
you
better.
could. Yeah,
Steve
you're
Kerr knows
running like with Jokic, you're going to run into problems. I mean, you're going to run into problems with Jokic. Period. You know what I
better.
mean? But
Yeah,
even like LA's gotten a little bit bigger.
they got some bigs.
Yeah. They've gotten a little bit bigger. That's another team. I think they got better in the offseason. They added some depth because we were talking about it during the playoffs last year with Bron. You know what I mean? You can see, the dude got 21 years in the league. That's caught up to him.
Right. Absolutely.
And
Well, that's gonna
really, AD should be the man on that team. Anthony Davis should step up and take the reins. But I don't know. What do you think of AD?
Dick, he's supposed to be the man.
Yeah.
The team is set up for him to be the man.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron only does what he does because he's not stepping up and being the man, and he's always on the bench. He's street clothes.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like you and I, we trade memes back and forth all the time with the Mr. Glass character from Unbreakable.
Oh yeah.
Samuel Jackson played. Like the guy is Mr. Glass. I don't know whose words, him or Cat. Like come on. Come on. Like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be the guy. And LeBron is getting all this mileage on him because this guy can't stay healthy and he can't step up. Now, I thought he did pretty good in the playoffs. I'll give him that.
He did
pretty good in the playoffs. He, when it counted, he did the damn thing. But you could tell that LeBron and the rest of let's talk about LeBron. He was tired. Even though he didn't make I think he only played 15. Did he play?
I believe.
Say again?
I think as far as games played.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like maybe 55 in the 50, 55, 60. Isn't that about right?
That sounds right. Because he didn't play enough. He didn't play enough games to win an MVP. To
qualify,
To qualify to win MVP.
And they actually changed the rule on that in the offseason. I think it's in the 60 or between 60 and 65 game, which I think is right, man. Because that with the load management and it's not just the players sitting out. Some of these teams are building in games. They're like, oh, we're gonna go play Washington. Washington's trash. We're gonna play Washington on a random Wednesday. You sit out that game. I don't think they should be doing that. I mean?
It's absolutely out of control. And the commissioner, he's trying to put the kibosh on that. I mean, because I like the way somebody said, if you're a hooper, just hoop.
Yeah.
Because there could be somebody in the stands, or that's the like a kid in the stands, and that's the only time that they could.
Well, Mike said it. Kobe said it. MJ and Kobe said it. MJ was like, it's 82 games. And you never know. Some parent, they worked all year to get these tickets, and then I all of a sudden decided I'm gonna sit out and I'm not gonna play. Like, how does that look?
Right. You're not hurt. You're not sick.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's load management. I think Ant-Man said the same thing too, in a more simplistic form. I like Ant-Man because he's simple with his answers and responses. But so hopefully they put the kibosh on that. Players play. I mean, that's just
that's exactly how it should be.
But back to your boy AD, man. What did you think about him?
I just think he's a top 5, top 10 talent. It's just it's the health thing. And then you ever notice some games, it's like he'll ball in game 1, and in game 2, it's like you forget he's on the floor. It's like and that should never be the case. Like, he should be dominating on both ends of the floor. That dude should be 25 and 12. You know what I mean? 25, 11, 25 and 12. Easy. Yeah. Like, he should wake up doing that. And then controlling the paint, blocking shots and, contesting shots, all that type of stuff. But sometimes I forget he is on the floor, and a player his caliber, the salary that he's making, that should never be the case.
It should never be the case. And also, he's behind LeBron James and the top 10 players in the league right now. I think he's number 10.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. You're talking about the ESPN list, aren't you?
Yeah, it's like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And again, it's subjective. You know what I mean? But I agree with a lot of it. I think it had Giannis at 1 and had Joker at 2 or 3. And I think last year didn't even have LeBron in the top 10. But I was pissed about. Like, what are you talking about, LeBron? But yeah, so it's like, come on, AD. If AD steps up and stays healthy, the Lakers could mess around and find themselves in the finals because they have pieces. They have good supporting.
They could. I think a lot of things have to happen. Like you can't run LeBron like you have been, and I do like I'm not obviously not a Lakers fan, but like bringing Austin Reeves back. They got the shooter from the Miami Heat that was killing in the during the playoffs, and I'm drawing a blank on his name. They added him as well. So
who was it? Was it a white guy?
Nope. I'll pull it up in just a second.
I'm like, was it the dude that hangs out with Jack Harlow all the time? I can't remember his name. Did you say that Jack Harlow was like better than Eminem? I remember you said that.
Never.
Okay.
No. But yeah, no, I'll find him. But the Lakers they've added more depth. The key is just going to be to me is if AD if he stays healthy and if he takes that that next step that he needs to take.
Agreed. But I mean, how old is AD now?
Man, AD's been in the league. I think AD came in the league in 2010. He did 1 year at Kentucky. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, AD should be in like his early 30s. I mean, he's not that old. I mean, he might be 30, 31. It's not like he's Bron. He's just been, he's had injuries. His injuries has been the biggest problem. The biggest problem with him.
But he should be at his peak powers.
He's 30 years old. He's 30.
Exactly. Yeah, he's 30 years old, so he should be at his peak powers. And look, he's got a couple more years at peak powers, and it's all downhill from there. So it's now or never.
Gabe Vincent, that's the guy I was talking about. The Gabe Vincent that was with the Heat that was hitting.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The Lakers signed him. So they've had, they got Rui Archimura, he's back. Austin Reeves, and then they got Taurean Prince from the Timberwolves.
Yeah. I like him.
And Vanderbilt. So the Lakers, they got a deep squad, man. They really do.
Absolutely.
What do you think about the? We're down here in Dallas, and I know we got some folks that's watching that are diehard Mavs fans. So we got to show them some love. So Kyrie's back. What do you think of that?
Kyrie. Okay, it was a disaster when he came here in the last year. Because he and Luka did not mesh well. But no. Kyrie does want to ball. So hopefully they've gotten some runs in the offseason. They figured it out. They figure out who's going to do what. Because I mean it's Luka's team. I hope Kyrie understands that. Mm-hmm. And if he stays, if he keep that mindset and play within the offense and play this role, I think it could work. I think it worked. But the thing about it, Kyrie and Luka kind of have the same type of game.
They do. Very ball dominant.
So it's kind of like, where do you go from there? So, I mean, it kind of boils down to the coaches as well, to try to, keep them tamed and keep them happy. So, but the Mavs is, I mean, they're always kind of like middle of the road type team, kind of like the Timberwolves. So, I think it'll work, but I don't think they're going to be, I don't think they're going to finish in the top three.
No. I think they're going to be fighting because if you look at it, man, look at how many teams are in the West. You got Denver, defending champions. You got Golden State. You got Sacramento Kings. Remember how good they were last year?
Yeah, they're very good.
You got the Lakers. We haven't even talked about the Clippers. Imagine if Kawhi and Paul George stay healthy. They said they're not going to be doing that load management stuff this year. They're supposed to be coming out the gate. Yeah, they said they're supposed to be coming out the gate playing ball right away next week when it tips off. So
they had the blueprint. They're like the leaders of the new school of the of the load management, and they said they're not going to do it this year. Okay,
yeah, they said, and then we haven't got to the Timberwolves yet. You know what I mean? So there's I think the Mavs
or the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies now, Ja's suspended for the first 25 games, but I like they added some vets in that room with Marcus Smart, and they got Derrick Rose down there. So so they added some vets to to augment him being out. If he does do any more of his mess, they
he's out of the league because that's a game.
Yeah, facts.
He's out. Hey, y'all in the comments, let us know what y'all think as well. Okay, so tell me what do you think about Kyrie? Do you think he's going to mess?
My problem with Dallas is they don't play defense. Kyrie plays no defense. Luka plays no defense. So your two best players play no defense, and they're ball dominant. Cause you ever watch Luka? Like he'll dribble, and he takes that like he'll step that side three or that long arching three. When it goes in, it's nice, right? But when it doesn't go in, it's not really good in my opinion. It's not good offense.
Right.
I don't think it's good offense. And the thing is, the rest of the team, they're just sitting around watching it.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, long rebound or whatever the case may be, he's not getting back and playing no D. He is not locking anybody down. So Dallas has to they got to try to outscore people. That's the only way, because they're not going to play good defense. They did try to address some of that in the draft. They drafted a center from Duke named Derek Lively. He's a taller guy. He's 6'11", 7 foot, long, real athletic. Yeah. So we got him, down in the paint. So he should help some, but their defense is suspect. I don't really think they did a good enough job in the offseason of addressing the defense. And you got to hope that Kyrie balls the whole year and wants to play the whole year. He's not taking time off. This dude disappearing like he's got PTO days saved up. I'm not understanding that. Like, you had the whole summer to hang out, man. But during the season, you're supposed to ball out.
Yeah, you gotta lock in, man.
Yeah.
You gotta lock in, ball out. It's like, I mean, like you said, like they actually get off season. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We don't get none of that.
No.
We don't get, it's 9 to 5, baby, Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? Or or weekends that they have to. Like, it's there's no none of that. So it's just like, come on, man. You had your time off. Let's get it. But yeah, exactly. You're right about that. Hopefully he can stay in a good mental health state if he can. Then he seemed like he was okay when he was here last year. Again, there were only 20 something games left in the season.
Yeah, they didn't play. They acquired him at the All-Star break trade deadline in February. So they probably got 20, 25. And actually, I think Kyrie missed some games because of injury, and I think Luka might have missed a few as well. So I think they only might have played 10, 12 games together, something like that. So
did they play a play-in game, or did they not make that?
No, they actually, I don't know if you remember, they started sitting guys out so they could keep their draft pick.
Oh, that's right.
They basically tanked. Is basically what happened.
Yeah.
So man, before we get into the predictions, man, let's talk about our home team, Timberwolves, man. What are you expecting for them this season?
You want to talk about the crib?
Let's talk about the crib, man. What you think about the Timberwolves?
Man, because you was born in Hopkins, Minnesota, so
never.
But you're wearing the Eagles shirt. I don't know how that works, but no, I'm playing. Yo, Ant-Man, let's go.
Yeah,
it's his year.
It is.
It's his year to show that he is an all-star and a leader. And he's still really young. You know what I mean? So I don't think he's not peak powers Ant-Man, but I think this is a year where he kind of takes it up a level and kind of takes over the team. I have no faith in Cat. I have no faith in him. I think he's probably going to get hurt and he'll probably miss 20 plus games. Gobert, he might get hurt too, but it's good that we have both of them. So we got some bigs. Nas Reed, beast. He's really reliable. And who's that defensive specialist that they have?
Jaden McDaniel.
Jaden McDaniel. We missed him in the playoffs.
Absolutely, he broke his hand.
Yeah. So I think our last show I put him maybe finished 5th or 6th in the West, and you made some good points after that. You had him higher, so maybe they'll come in at that top 3 or 4. As long as they can stay healthy. Again, Cat healthy or not, it is what it is. I mean, I don't really count him in the equation anymore. So it's really about Ant making it do what it do. Nas Reed, McDaniels, and Gobert. What do you think?
Man, I'm gonna step out there, man. I think they're gonna win close to 50 games, man. I got them in the 48 to 50 games. I think they'll be a top 4 seed in the West. I like the off. They made some under the radar additions like Shake Milton. They got him from the Sixers. He'll be backing up Mike Conley.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot Conley.
Yeah,
Proven that. Yep.
And I think a year, like how we were talking about, the short amount of time that Luka and Kyrie got to play together. I think Rudy and Cat, because you remember Cat missed 50-something games last year.
Yeah, he missed 50-something. He missed about a game that LeBron played.
Right. Exactly. Who would have thought that? So now, you've got Cat and Rudy. They should, be a little bit more comfortable and how to play.
Right.
The thing that I worry about with Ant, they need to open up those driving lanes. You don't need Cat and Rudy in there clogging the lane when Ant's got that ball. He's so explosive, man. He get in there and get those and ones, get those dunks. You know what I mean? So those driving lanes need to be open for Ant-Man. But he got his big contract. I think it was a 5-year, like $260 million he got. Man. He got paid. I think you'll see Ant, because last year, remember, he was an all-star. He was an alternate. He didn't make it. He wasn't selected by the as a starter or as a reserve. So I think this year you'll see him make it, as an all-star. Yeah. I think that'll be his trajectory going forward. He'll be that perennial all-star going forward, that all NBA. But I think he'll make a third team all NBA this year. I think he'll be an all-star. And I think Timberwolves can make some, I'm not saying championship or none of that, but I think they'll be able to make some noise in the playoffs, man, and get past that first round. And then, who knows after that.
Yeah. And that's kind of hindering them getting past that first round, man. Getting past that first round, that's tough for them.
Yeah, it is. So let me ask you this, man. Let's transition over to the predictions. We'll go ahead with the MVP. Who's your MVP for the season? A lot of worthy candidates out here.
I hate this guy. You know who I hate him, but it's gonna be Joker.
It's gonna be Joker.
It's gonna be Joker. I mean, I'll tell you, Embiid had, like you say, he had to campaign for himself because they were just gonna give it to Joker last year, and because Joker, it's like it's easy for him.
It is. He makes the game look real easy.
It makes it look easy. It's effortless. So I think it's going to be Joker, man. I think it's going to be Joker. If it's not Joker, it might be Giannis.
That's my pick. I got Giannis.
That's your pick because Dame is here now.
Yeah, I got Giannis, man. I think Giannis. Because remember, Giannis missed some games last year with injury too. I think with Giannis, if he plays, high 60s to mid 70s game or low 70s in that range, I think he's going to put up some huge numbers. And I think Dame will help him out on the offensive end where he'll end up being more efficient, where he won't have to exert as much energy on the offensive side of the ball. And then on the other side, on defense, I think you'll see his defense efficiency. I think that'll be a lot better. So I think he'll put up some strong numbers.
Yeah, because now he's playing with a superstar.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
He's never played with one before.
Never played with one before, and won a championship.
Yeah, and then we keep forgetting. Chris Middleton's there, and he's a bucket getter, man. He's
an all-star. Yeah, he's an all-star, but he's not a superstar.
No, not a superstar.
Yeah. There's a difference, ladies and gentlemen, and I can't wait to see that. So, because that's why I was kind of like, Joker just makes it look easy, but as Giannis can stay healthy and like you said, play. All those games, the pressure's going to be off of them now because because with Dame, whose man is that? Whose man is it? Like somebody got to get on him.
You have to.
What I
mean? Dame is in range as soon as he come across half court, man. Them long threes he's hitting, man. As soon as he comes across half court, he's in range.
He and Steph Curry, man, they changed the game.
Crazy.
They changed the game, man. So okay. Yeah. So.
Who do you have? Who do you have coming out of the Eastern Conference?
Man, I got the Bucks about the Eastern Conference.
Got the Bucks.
I think it's going to work his first season.
I've been going back and forth between the Bucks and Boston.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean with Boston.
You're gonna lean Boston? Okay.
I think Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I think they might have figured it out because their games are so similar how they play.
Right.
I think sometimes they take away from each other, but adding a Drew Holiday and then having Porzingis down there.
Yeah,
I think Porzingis is as long as he's healthy, I think Porzingis is healthy. Yeah, that's the key. As long as he's healthy. So I got Boston coming out of the East.
You got Boston coming out. Okay, I mean, Boston. A lot of people forget Boston was in the finals against.
A couple years ago against Golden State.
With Golden State. That's right.
Yeah.
So they can get there. Okay. Dig it.
All right. So who you got? Who's your Western Conference team?
Western Conference team. I think it's gonna be Denver, man.
You got Denver?
It's gonna be Denver again. Yeah, I didn't really pay attention in the offseason. Did they do anything crazy?
No, they were consistent. I mean, they lost a couple of they lost Brown. He ended up going to the Pacers, one of their key role players, and they've got a guy in Perry Watson that they're looking to replace him because they had Bones Highland. They traded him to the Clippers, so they've got a Perry Watson. He's a kind of a young up and coming player. He'll be in that 6, 7, 8 man, type of rotation.
Okay.
So, but man, I got I'm gonna go with Phoenix.
Really?
I'm gonna go with Phoenix.
You think it's gonna work? You think it's gonna work the first? Because this is the first full season.
This is their first full. Yeah, because Bill wasn't. Yeah. This will be their first full. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Phoenix. The key is just gonna be if Booker, Beal, and KD. It's just the health standpoint. If they're healthy, and the rest of those role players, they got Nurkic because they traded DeAndre Ayton. They traded him to Portland.
Yeah, he went to Portland. Yeah.
I
keep thinking he went to Phoenix, but yeah, not Phoenix, but the Clippers. But he went to Portland. That's right.
Yeah, he went to Portland. So they got Nurkic. So it's just some of those role players, man. If they get those role players to just do their job, and if those three are healthy, man, they're going to be tough to beat. So yeah, I got Phoenix and Boston.
Rally in the Valley, baby. Okay.
Right.
Man, those are not fun teams to me. Like Phoenix and Boston in the finals. I don't know what the Raiders are going to be with that. But
I think they'll be good. I mean, because Boston's a historic franchise. They're one of the premier franchises.
I don't like Boston.
And then Phoenix, I don't really like them either. But and then Phoenix, people gonna tune in to see KD and Booker and and whatnot. So
Slim Reaper, baby.
Reaper,
man.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, they have to stay healthy. They have to stay healthy,
absolutely,
and gel enough, play enough games together. That's what I'm worried about. Play enough games together to gel to get over some of those humps because they're going to be playing teams that have played together for a long time. Golden State, we always forget about them because they're aging. But
you do. And then if the Clippers get Harden, they're going to be tough though, man. Because you're talking about Westbrook, Harden, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George.
Did you say Westbrook?
Yeah, he's back there.
Westbrook.
Hey, Westbrook. Hey, he balled with the Clippers last year though.
He did. Man,
if you look at his numbers, he balled. He took a lot of flack with the Lakers, man. I think some of that was undeserved, man. And then you had that lane.
Did you watch those games?
I did, but that's part of that's on the Lakers. You had him doing stuff that's not his game. Like they should have never traded for him. That was a horrible fit.
They should have never done it. I don't know why they did that. Like we all knew that was going on.
Shooters around him. Russell Westbrook's not a shooter.
He's not a shooter. LeBron should know that.
Yes, you're right.
What was he doing? Because he was part of that. And I'm just like,
nobody was. The Lakers aren't making moves like that without his blessing. I don't care what anybody says. That's not happening.
Yeah. So the onus is on him. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. I'm like, bruh, fight for Dame. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should have been fighting for. Fight for Dame because Dame been teetering. He was cheating on Portland for what? About the past 3 seasons? Something like that. So, that's what we should have fought for to get, or even CP3. I think that would have been a good look for him.
Oh, it would have been. It would have been.
Got them up. But
you got Milwaukee and Denver. So who do you got winning championship?
I got Denver.
Denver?
I got Denver. They just know how to do it because, man, I don't know if you remember last year, they just walked through the playoffs.
Oh, they did. You know who they said their toughest matchup was?
T-Wolves.
Exactly.
And I think the Timberwolves were the only team that beat them. I think they swept everybody. We might have to go back and look.
No, I thought the Lakers. No, I thought the Lakers won a game or two.
Lakers got
They got swept?
It got swept, bro.
Oh, wow.
Somebody in the comments, please. Bro, can we pull it up?
Oh, yeah. We can definitely pull it up. But I thought the Lakers had let's see, we can pull that up.
What you do? Play postseason run?
Yeah, you want to go? Yeah, postseason. Yeah. Well, I'll let you look that up. But
yeah.
Record.
Okay, I'll look it up here. No, not playoff.
Yeah, they were walking through teams.
I lied. They went 16-4.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought they lost because you remember they lost to Miami one of those games. It was the first game they lost to the Heat, I believe, and then they ended up winning the rest. Because Jimmy Butler
went ham.
Yeah, he went off in game 1. So yeah, I knew they lost a few games, but okay. I got Boston. I got Boston beating Phoenix, man.
You got Boston beating Phoenix.
I got Boston beating Phoenix. I think Boston is now their depth took a little bit of a hit when they made that trade to get Drew Holiday because they traded Robert Williams, but Boston's got some young guys in Tatum and Brown. I like the youth on the team. They got Derek White. You know what I mean? They got some, and you still got Horford coming off the bench. You know to.
Oh shit! I forgot all about Horford. Still in the league.
He's still in the league, man.
Holy smokes! Holy moly guacamole! He's still in the league. Okay.
Yeah, he's still in the league. So I like Boston's depth, and I like I like how their pieces fit together. I think Drew Holiday is going to make them, from a defensive standpoint on the perimeter, he'll make them strong. Jaylen Brown plays real good defense, so I got Boston winning it.
Okay. I like it. I mean, they definitely have the experience. So yeah.
We can do this too. We'll around the All-Star break. We'll do a first half review and just kind of look at how our predictions are looking at that point, and kind of go from there.
Yeah, because some of these teams might end up being trash. You never know.
It could be. There's no doubt about it.
This might get hurt or beef or whatever.
Thanks.
So let's go ahead and flip this thing over to the NFL.
All right, man. So my Eagles took their first loss against the Jets on Sunday, man. That was bad. Hurts had 3 interceptions.
I think you meant to say the Eagles got mollywopped by the Jets.
No, that didn't happen.
Season's over.
Wow.
Season's over. They're not for real.
No, the
Eagles are not for real. Stick a fork in them. They're done.
You don't believe that.
Go ahead. Stick a fork in them. They're done. It's over. Finito. Go ahead.
No, but
speak your piece.
It was a bad game, man. Bad play calling. Hurts. Yeah, I think Hurts threw the ball 50-something times. And I get it. The Jets have an elite defense, but you still have to figure out a way to mix in more runs. They didn't run. I don't think they ran Swift enough. I don't think they ran Kenny Gainwell or Boston Scott enough. Mm-hmm. And again, man, when you start having your quarterback throw the ball,
let's go Cowboys.
Never get rid of those Cowboys. No. When you start having your quarterback throw the ball 50-something times, man, you're asking for turnovers. Like that's way too many times to be throwing a football. So
yeah,
we got a tough game coming up, man. We got Miami in Philadelphia on Sunday night. Those guys is cooking with Tua and Waddle and Tyreek Hill. That's a cheat code right there.
Tyreek Hill's the cheat code. So let's go Miami. I see you, Sergio.
No good.
Yo, Tyreek Hill, man. Yo.
Oh, they're gonna feast, man. Tua's gonna throw for 350 on it. I already know what it is. You know what I mean? You just gotta hope one or two of those you can pick off. That's what you got. He puts that ball in the air, so you gotta hope you can win the turnover battle. And Hurts plays better than he did. Last Sunday. Our offensive coordinator, he's new, Brian Johnson. Hopefully, he calls a better. He scripts a better offensive game. But that's what has to happen. Otherwise, it'll be 2 straight losses.
Yeah. That's why I said, man, it's over. It's over, B. It's over, man.
Let's talk about your raggedy Vikings.
Whoa. Okay. Let's talk about the Vikings. You call them raggedy, but the Vikings have won their last 2 out of 3 games.
They have,
and they rickrolled the Bears. Let's go. Let's go. Skull, baby. Let's go.
You beat up on some inferior teams. I'll give you guys that. And you got who? The 49ers coming to US Bank on Monday night. What you gonna do with that?
49ers are recovering from a loss. They got dominated. They dominated.
Lost to the Browns.
Yeah, they lost to the Cleveland who? Come on. So the Cleveland Browns can beat the Niners. Look for the Vikings to get their ass whipped by the Niners.
Yeah, I was going to say, y'all about to get smashed.
I am no fool. I am no fool. What did Sergio said, buddy? Yeah. I'm no fool to it, man. They're about to get smashed.
Yeah,
because
y'all gonna get smashed.
Yeah, because you know the Cousins is gonna turn the ball over 2 or 3 times.
And you don't have Justin Jefferson. He can kind of be that neutralizer, man. But with him being out, I think they said up to 6 weeks, and then they'll reevaluate him at that time, and he might even be out longer. But I think Frisco is going to be it's going to be a long night up in the
yeah. Also, it's a national televised game.
Prime time.
And it is prime time, and it's not a noon game. Kirk Cousins goes to sleep after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, he's done, right? So like look at his record, his primetime record. Yeah. It's bad. Okay, I don't know what it is, but it's bad. I know it's bad. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't win primetime ball, so he's going to be an absolute mess. We have no running game to speak of. The line is patchwork. The defense is suspect. So, I got Brock Purdy starting in my fantasy because Justin Fields you're gonna eat. Justin Fields was questionable anyways. If he broke his hand or hurt his hand, didn't break it.
Right.
So I put him in there, and I would have put him in there anyway, even if Justin Fields was healthy, because he's going against the Vikings secondary. Mm-hmm. He's gonna eat. So yeah. So that's that, man. But I tell you what, we're gonna take this. We're gonna take this loss. We're gonna take this L, and that's okay. We're gonna win out after that. So let's go Vikings. Let's go, baby.
You don't believe that, but that's fine. I'll let you ride with that. Good and well you don't believe that.
I know. What we got from Shell says the reason I became a fair weather fan. I'm tired of the disappointment every year. Oh,
sis. Yeah. Yes, you are like many Viking fans. They're feeling the same way you feeling right now.
Sergio said hi, Shell. Yeah, it's tough to be a Vikings fan right now. Easy to be Eagles fan. Whatever.
No, we got some tough games coming up, man, because after we play Miami, we've got it's like a murderer's row schedule. You got Washington, then you got Dallas coming up, and then Buffalo, San Francisco, Kansas City Chiefs, and then the Cowboys. Yeah, man, it's about to get real.
But they gave you a tough schedule because y'all went to the Super Bowl.
We won the division. You won the division. You're the conference champions. That's how that works. So you asked for it when you won. You know what I mean? So I predicted at the beginning of the season.
Sergio said you should be a Cowboy fan.
Never.
No, he said should like a Cowboy fan. Oh, okay, I get it. Like a Cowboy fan. Yeah.
So, but no, I had predicted at the beginning of the season. I thought the Eagles would lose 5 games.
Okay.
I'm still, I saw that schedule, and let's keep it real. It's hard to go to back-to-back Super Bowls. You know what I mean? Everyone thought we're just gonna pick up where we left. That's just not how that works. Football is not like that.
No. Any given Sunday, man. Any given Sunday.
Facts.
And like you said, the way that they set the schedules up, with your success, they make it harder, and then you don't get your draft picks and all that stuff. You get, and so it's built so other teams can be great. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what it is. Because if you gave them an easier schedule, that path to get back to the playoffs, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be as challenging. So I get it.
Exactly. I mean, hell, look at Miami. Like they went through it for years.
Mm-hmm.
They went through it for years, and now, they're probably they're the top 5, NFL teams in the league. So, I like to see that. What else you got, brother? You gonna watch this Jags versus Saints?
Yeah, man. But after we wrap this up, man, I'm gonna turn that on, check it out. I got Travis Etienne, the running back for the Jags. He's on my fantasy squad. He's been balling out this year, so hopefully he put up some points for me tonight.
Okay, dig. And I didn't know if Trevor was going to play tonight, but I just looked up and he's playing. So
he is playing. Okay, and they said it was kind of a game time decision, right? During warm-ups, they'd see how he because if he didn't play the backup CJ Beathard, he was gonna start in his place. So yeah, man, we'll check that game out.
Do you think they should have played him?
I mean, if he's healthy, if he gets the clearance from the doctors and he says he feels good, man, get out there and play. Don't pull no hard, man. Get out there and play.
But it's a knee sprain. It's a knee sprain, and it is against the Saints.
Hey, put some icy hot on that knee, man, and get out there and play, man.
Oh, hold on. We got some more comments. We got some more comments here.
All right, what we got?
We got Shell. Oh, I knew what you meant. The season sucks. And then we got William Jones. Are the Eagles going to win the Super Bowl or not? It's the question. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the question.
We've already had this discussion, Big Boy. We already talked about this. You want to add it to the chat now.
So what do you say?
My heart says yes. My head says no. So if I keep it real, if I'm keeping it in the buck, they're not going to win the Super Bowl. No.
Well, Sergio agrees with you. He says nope, they are not.
And Sergio, we know those raggedy Cowboys aren't either.
He said, "Them boys."
Yeah.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
But we know what Dak will do. Dak will pull his normal 2 or 3 picks, man, in a crucial game, and they'll be eliminated. We know how that goes. we done heard that album before.
We heard that album before. Hey, on repeat.
Right.
What a big bro. He's a good answer. Okay. You keeping it real.
I got to. He knows I'm thorough, man. I got to keep it real.
Yeah. Well, Sergio said, "Nah, we need a new QB." Okay, so he knows.
He's right. He's keeping it real too. I mean, you keeping it real, Sergio.
Yeah, we need one too. Man, why will they not? Are they going to trade Cousins or what? What's happening?
He has a no trade clause. He refuses to waive it. They gave that dude all the guaranteed money and the no trade. He holds all the power, so he's like, "Nah, I'm cool."
That's whack. Damn. Okay. Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is. But man, we appreciate everybody listening to the show. Everybody that participated, and we'll be back next Thursday with another episode. We're gonna look at 6:30 again.
Oh, okay. I guess we're signing off. That it? Jay, you trying to get to the game? But no. Yeah, absolutely, man. So we'll be back next Thursday for the show. I thought I was gonna travel, but it's not. That ain't gonna work. So we'll definitely do the show. I think Skinny Man will be here too, so maybe we'll have him up on the panel.
Yeah, man. We'll get some. I'll get my brother on, man. Get Kobe on. We'll get some. I got some other folks that want to jump on the show with us, man, and contribute to it. So, awesome. Man, we're definitely looking for it, man. We gotta get Sergio on the show. He just make sure you don't have any Dallas Cowboy gear on in the joint.
Burn all your Cowboy gear right now, Sergio.
Right.
Thanks for the love, guys. We appreciate it. Jig, great show, man. And I will see you back here next Thursday at 6:30.
Sounds good, my man. Have a good evening.
All right, you too. Peace.
All right. See you.